Was that literally it?
What else do you want me to explain?
No, I didn't know. I don't know. I thought you were just gonna zhuzh it up a little bit more. Let's just be like a wonderful, succulent, exquisite, hand-picked with blueberries from my red-haired goddess friend herself.
But no, they're frozen blueberries.
Okay. They're handpicked from the freezer. You put your hand in the freezer and pick those blueberries, bro.
That's a reach. That's a reach.
It was. He opened the door and he reached in and he grabbed them.
That's also a reach.
All right, let's try.
I haven't drank enough to deal with this yet.
You off my mind.
I know.
Okay, fine. All right.
No.
So let the French man introduce us to the video. That kind of works because we're using a French press, right?
Yes.
So ta-da.
What are we using that French press for, Julian?
Wow.
Were you asking?
Don't make me say this. Pumpkin spice latte.
Yes! Let's go.
So we're doing vegan pumpkin spice lattes, and we're going to be doing a blueberry coffee cake. Courtesy of our good friend Penny's Portal. So check the recipes on her website, pennysportal.com. I don't even remember what blend we have.
This is the Mexican.
Oh, it's around the back. It's from Mexico. Pronounce that.
Multizintla de Mendoza. That was butchered towards the
Where
end.
the f is Liz when we need her? Look.
We've got some Mexican coffee.
See,
It's delicious. It smells really good. And we're gonna do that in a French press to make our coffee for the pumpkin spice latte.
True.
Where we have pumpkin puree.
True.
And cinnamon. A little bit of
Nutmeg, and then pumpkin spice.
All right.
What do you think? Our viewers think you're stupid?
I think our viewers think I am comedic relief, and I'm okay with that because I like making people smile. So that's fine.
Let me get a thumbs up emoji in the chat if Nick makes you smile. We're gonna get started on
I don't think we have
the
emojis in
blueberry coffee cake
Just let
first.
them finish.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
It's okay.
Man, this one's gonna be a rough one.
Yes, it is. All right, guys. So we are gonna get started on the blueberry coffee cake because obviously this is gonna take more time than our coffee. So let's show you how to do that now.
What's in each one? Because I'm not gonna do measurements. I'm just gonna say measurements below. What's in each one?
You don't even need to even say measurements below. This is the cinnamon and the sugar.
Right.
The baking.
That's cinnamon and salt, actually.
Sorry, cinnamon and salt. My bad. Sugar, flour, blueberries, applesauce, yogurt, milk, and then this is the baking soda and baking powder and coconut milk. Yeah, and then the vinegar. It doesn't matter what milk you do. We're just using coconut because we like.
If you want, you can just hit the important like the applesauce, the yogurt, the coconut milk.
No, that was perfect. Just use that. 5 head. Mixing time. We're just gonna add all our ingredients to the bowl. Julian already listed them out. Did a fantastic job of it. Start with the dry. Make sure all the dries are together. We're gonna start with my flour. That sounded weird. Sorry.
What type of flour is it?
It's a baking flour, actually.
Is it regular flour? Is it gluten-free flour?
You're a clever one. You're trying to trip me up. But here's the thing. I didn't read the package. I don't know. I think it's gluten-free, baking powder, baking flour, some
Yeah, it's gluten-free.
Yeah, nice try. It really doesn't matter the order you add the ingredients in. All you need to do is just make sure your dry ingredients are together and then you add your wet ingredients together as well. We're going to be using this bowl here for the wet ingredients since we have a little bit fewer of those. Just tossing everything together, and then once everything is together, and we're going to whisk it up, and then we're going to do a final combination and get everything ready for assembling our cakes before we put it in the oven. It's going in the oven, right? Okay.
Yes.
I need to know if you'll give me a second chance. They don't come around often, but please, you know I can't stand it when you don't talk to me. When you don't talk to me. Yeah. There's something inside. Yeah, there's something inside.
I think scoops the rest of the yogurt. So we messed up a little bit.
Sorry.
Penny, I'm sorry. So for future reference, the full recipe is in the description below on her website, so that's the one you should follow. But you're supposed to mix all your wet ingredients minus the blueberries, then mix everything together inside one big bowl with the dry and the wet, and then at the very end, gently mixing together your blueberries.
So, to pair with our blueberry coffee cake, we are making a pumpkin spice latte. Of course, doing it dairy-free. It's the vegan way. So we have all of our ingredients assembled here. We're using a French press for our coffee. So to start off with, we're going to get our kettle going with some water, get that nice and hot. Of course, we want it to boil. We have everything else laid out. We're adding some cinnamon, nutmeg, and pumpkin spice seasoning to get the flavors that we're looking for. We've also got some sugar and some pumpkin puree. We've also got a little bit of coconut milk. So while the water is getting hot in the kettle, we're going to add our milk, the pumpkin puree, and sugar to a saucepan. We're gonna put that on medium heat, get it hot, and afterwards we're going to add the pumpkin pie spice that we have and the coffee after we get it pressed. Now that the water is hot, we're gonna pull that off, and we want to add just a splash of water, just enough to cover the grounds, to the coffee, and we're gonna let that sit for about 20 seconds. Shout outs, by the way, to our friend Jorge, who is a coffee fanatic and told us this. Just adding that little bit of water is going to allow it to steep very intensely. It's gonna remove some of the bitterness from the coffee. And after it sits for that 20 seconds, we're going to add the rest of the water to it and allow that to continue to just steep for about 5 minutes or so. Afterwards, we're going to press our coffee and we'll show you how to finish up the pumpkin spice latte.
I made the handle.
What'd you make it with?
Clay.
Love.
You did it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, she made the mug, obviously.
We need to go, boys, because I'm about to slam this coffee. I'm just saying. No, I don't even care about the pie, dude.
I got hot.
No. Oh. Put your cinnamon stick in there.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, hang on.
You have to sip it through it, by the way.
Here you go.
Wait, what? How come you can do that?
Confirmed you can't.
Okay, so let's start with the cake.
Cake first.
Mine looks extra blueberry, and I'm hype about that.
Look at
This is gluten-free, right? This entire
This
thing
is gluten-free. Yeah.
All right.
Gluten-free and vegan. It's very
Gooey in a good way.
All right. Oh, it smells so good.
I like it.
The blueberries are amazing.
Yeah. The cinnamon's really what gets me. Like that nice note accents the blueberry really well. But what I really like about this is it's like most of the sugar. I mean, there is the cane sugar in there.
That's from the blueberries.
But from the tasting, like in terms of like the tasting experience, the sugar comes from the blueberry. So it's a very like natural, like clean sweetness.
It's not hyper sweet.
No,
Not at all.
I think it's actually gonna go really good with the coffee. So
Hang on.
I'm ready, dude.
yeah, let's try it. I am not a pumpkin spice latte. I'm not a latte person. Period. I drink.
I can smell the leaves changing right now, dude.
Oh, it is fall. All right. Cheers, boyos.
Cheers.
Totally don't have a mouthful of it, by the way. Don't worry.
A load of sugar in theirs, right?
Right.
And I talked to my coworker about that, and I was like, oh yeah, clearly the main thing is like the absence of sugar. But then whatever we did this time around, the flavor is like way more pronounced, and you don't miss the ridiculous amount of sugar that Starbucks puts in their own. As you guys just like glop the fuck up some, because this is really good. I'm very surprised by this. Highly recommend if you guys are the type of people to enjoy like coffee and tea, you know, like hanging out with your friends, just like, oh, let's have some tea, let's have some coffee. Have it at your place. Make this cake. Make this latte.
Consider putting whiskey.
That's so unfortunate. Consider putting what, Thomas?
Consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and sharing with your friends, your coworkers, your family.
Couple shout outs, Cell Ceramics, #1 for these awesome mugs.
Love you, Sam.
And all of the ceramics that we use in
And-
pretty much all of our episodes. Thank you
Yeah.
guys. Love you all.
The cake, Penny's Portal.
Thank you.
Or just Penny. So pennyportals.com. Check her out. She's got some amazing vegan and gluten-free recipes.
Right down there in the description. Just go down. Check out Penny. Thank you.
And then the rest of our Instagrams. So it's all down there. Just read it.
Everything down
Look
there.
at all our links.
By the way, first person to post a selfie of themselves drinking our pumpkin spice latte in a sweater gets a shout out in our next video.
Oh, I like that.
All right, guys. We'll see
Love
you
you.
next week. Love you.
This is
Oh,
good.
we weren't recording.
Huh? Nice name, dude.
It looks
Here, look, I'm gonna show you how a normal person would get off their fingers. They would just do this and just eat it in there. But since you need to be babied,
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
this is not even working.
Dude, just use your fingers to clean my fingers.
What if I use my tongue?
Well, that would compromise